We have breaking news in the Sports Center. Shams Charania reporting the Lakers are trading center DeAndre Ayton to the Wizards for Jaden Hardy and 2 second-round picks. Ayton playing 1 season in L.A., averaging career lows of 12.5 points and 8 rebounds per game. NBA analyst Kendrick Perkins back with us. Perk, the Lakers have been busy. What do you make of their offseason so far?
Well, actually, a lot of people have been having a lot of negative things to say about with the Lakers and Rob Pelinka, the moves that he's made, but I actually applaud it. I got to give him his flowers. If I had to give him a grade, I would give him an A-. When you look at the pieces that he added, and Walker Kessler, one of the best live threat guys in the game, Sandro Mamu. I ain't gonna even try to pronounce his whole name, Jay. We don't have enough damn time in this segment for me to even start. But they added shooting, they add perimeter play. Offensively, they're gonna be a juggernaut. They might be the best offensive team in the league. I'm not picking them to go and win the West, but they're gonna be in the other on the banana peel when it comes to your NBA career. You are a former number 1 overall pick. The Phoenix Suns, they gave up to have a level of accountability, because right now you have other on the banana peel when it comes to your NBA career. You are a former number 1 overall pick. The Phoenix Suns, they gave up on you. The Portland Trail Blazers gave up on you. They had a better season when you left. And now all of a sudden, the Los Angeles Lakers saying, we want no parts of you whatsoever. And now you're going to the Wizards. He has to adjust his attitude, adjust himself, hold himself accountable. If not, we could possibly see DeAndre Ayton, and this being his last stop.
Whoa. Grimes, Colin Sexton, and Mamu. Sandro
who? Sandro what?
Kelishvili.
Damn, that's good.
I don't know if it's good. It's what I got. Pretty big turnover of the roster. Now, what I will say is I've had interesting league reaction from this. Have you talked to folks about this, McMahon? We didn't talk about this beforehand.
Yeah, I have. And you know, obviously I've also talked to the Jazz, which is kind of like...
You've done a lot of reporting on this.
The other key party here. And so it is fascinating. And look, we can talk about kind of the ancillary pieces, but Walker Kessler is now a centerpiece of the Lakers, right? He's their number 3 guy for the long term. And whether you want to say they overpaid on salary and they overpaid on the price.
By the way, it's real quick. Like, do you think they overpaid on salary? Like, I'm kind of okay with it. I'm not good at this, but I was afraid to get Walker out of there. You're going to have to offer more than $32 a year.
Yeah, I would say this. Talking to people around the league, they thought the 5 years, about $140 million on the table from the Jazz was a very strong offer for Walker Kessler.
That's 28, right? Is that 28 a year?
Yeah, 28. Yeah, I think it was actually like 137.5, but whatever. They would have. The $500,000 a year wasn't going to prevent the Jazz would have gotten to 140. They felt like that was really strong value for Walker Kessler. Having said that, the Lakers had a desperate need that they had one real swing to fill. The price, I get it. Because the other thing is, if you don't fill this need, you can't look Luke in the eye after promising to deliver him a legit center this summer and have a conversation that's going to go well. That's just a simple fact of the matter. So the Lakers were backed into a corner because of the circumstances, because their cap space is use it or lose it, and because of the promises they made to their superstar, where there was desperation. And so I get the salary. And then the Jazz took advantage of that desperation to milk them, for them to get better draft capital than the Clippers got for Kawhi, than the Celtics got for Jaylen Brown. Like that, it's pretty remarkable.
That's true, but now the Jazz don't have a franchise center. Now, obviously, they can get one. That depends on whether you want to play Jaren Jackson at center. I don't think that was their plan.
No, they're going with Thunder and Lightning for this year as a stopgap, which is Jusuf Nurkic and my favorite Slovenian, Jackson Hayes.
Longtime Slovenian Jackson Hayes.
Hey, he's prepping for this time with the Slovenian national team, which we'll see if that actually happens by hanging out in the mountains in Salt Lake City.
Oh, I thought you were going to say hanging out in the mountains in Slovenia, which is where I know you've gone.
Yeah, Slovenia, beautiful place. But like seriously, so then the Lakers, now they've got their big three, the Tres Leches Lakers. They've got Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and Walker Kessler, who obviously, look, he's got to be one of the most dominant defensive forces in the league, because the other thing the Lakers did is they went from being a bad perimeter defensive team to a god-awful perimeter defensive team.
Well, that's the reaction from so first off, so Luka is making 30% of the cap. That's the extension that he signed last year. It's kicking in. He'll make $50 million this year, 30%. That's the max level for him. Austin is making 25% of the cap. That's a max level for him. Back in the day, we called it the fun max, but we've got to retire the fun max. I'm very sad to say there's no such thing in an apron era as the fun max. And even paying a really good player the max, like at some point here, Victor Wembanyama is going to get a max. Not going to be fun because the Spurs will have to make other decisions. So one of my best conceits ever that I stole from a team president. Have to retire the fun max. Loved it. Sadly, it's gone. But this is the remnants, the husk, the vessel that used to be the fun max is what Austin signed into, 25%. And so Walker Kessler, assuming they start his contract at about $30 million and it goes up from there, which I'm sure they will because they want to maximize their cap space. It's 18% of the cap. So 30, 25, 18. These are acceptable numbers for your three best players. Where you get in trouble, like the Celtics were, is when your two best players are both at 30. And now all of a sudden it's hard to... Now, if those two guys are studs, which I thought Jalen and Jason were, but it's another story.
There's no threat of supermaxes in the future for any of them because they're not eligible.
That's correct. So, Vinny, I like that alignment. It's in terms of that spending. The draft assets, they cost what they cost, but they got a guy who fits in salary-wise. I feel like the salary's okay. I'm not super excited about it, but it's okay. What you really need now is you need Walker Kessler to be a grand slam. You need him to be a lob roll threat that absolutely dunks the ball like crazy off Luka and Reeves lobs. You need him to be able to stretch the floor a little bit, which he's been working on. And you
don't
need him to
be able to stretch the floor. Go on.
It would be nice if he could do stretch the floor for $30 million. What they really need is a backline defender who can be a killer defender, like all defensive team candidate. That's what they need.
Like they even be a first team all defensive team who is a really good pick and roll partner with Luke and Austin.
That's
Reeves.
A big ask because there's a first team all defensive center who plays in San Antonio who's probably going to be getting that.
It's positionless, brother.
I know, but anyway, that's what they need. So the question, Vince,
you two
is,
are arguing like brothers.
I know,
it's like one of you two go to your room. Good grief.
We're about to have a moratorium of no podcast for 3 days.
I'm about to call him a jackass like a la Bontemps. Go on.
The question is Walker Kessler going to be that player?
It's hard to say. Well, for one, let's make sure that he's completely healthy. That torn labrum, you know what I mean? Like that I understand McMahon that he's probably going to be completely healthy, but let's consider the possibility that he has to be completely healthy.